Hello YouTube, Beats here back, another kicking action figure review. Today I just want to go ahead and apologize for the bit of an echo. I gotta hang up some towels or something to fix that because I have to film here in the bathroom for a while until I can afford light bulbs. Anyways, here we have a review of a figure. You know, I've been wanting to review all these Hulkbuster figures, and I'm finally getting to them. So here we have the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Vision from the Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure wave. Yeah, so it's the Hulkbuster from Age of Ultron 2, and Vision here comes with the lower torso piece, which is pretty cool. I have one of the legs. I need to attach it soon. But yeah, I can't afford to just go on Amazon and buy all these guys right now. So I only have 3 in the wave. You'll see the other 2 later. I think their reviews might already be up. At least one of them is. But here we have the Vision. I've been wanting a Vision figure for a while. Not because of Age of Ultron, because he wasn't real well developed in there. Even though I think he has a lot of potential in the MCU, to be totally honest with you. But the Vision is just a really cool, awesome character. The whole reason DC created Red Tornado is because the Vision was so successful. Too bad Red Tornado's not near as cool, to be nice about it. But blammo! Here we have it. The Amazing Vision. Or Astonishing Vision, or whatever he's called. I don't even know. Right off I'm going to complain a little bit. Let's zoom out. He has the Bucky Cap mold. Normally I'm fine with Bucky Cap mold, but there are parts of it that are like veiny, and so it looks a little too organic maybe. I feel like his older, like his original release prototype picture that had 2 fist hands, I feel like it didn't look as veiny and stuff, but this one is. And also there are 2 figures of the Bucky Cap mold in this wave. I think that's a little weird to have 2 figures of the Bucky Cap mold in the same wave, because it's just like so standard, and you want these figures to seem different, don't you? The other figure is Blizzard, who honestly just does not. I mean, I like the look of his suit and stuff, but he's just basic foundation Bucky Cap painted. I wouldn't get him if I didn't have to build Hulkbuster with him. He's actually next on my list because he has the upper half of the torso, and then I can finally start putting these all together. You know, when I can afford him. But yeah, you know, Bucky Cap, as you guys know, has fine articulation and everything. I gotta hold the cape on because the cape kind of pops off when I do articulation. Up really far, you can get him in some flying poses like that. It kind of looks like his cape is flying behind him, so flying poses would be really good with this guy. And then down a good ways too, side to side, as you can see. Up and down on the arms. See, there goes the cape. Up and down on the arms, forward and back on the arms. Very nice. Bicep swivel, double elbow bend, swivel here on the wrist, and then you have forward and back as well, which is very, very cool. And screw that cape. Forward, back on the ab crunch, waist swivel obviously, forward and back on the leg here, in and out, you know, all that movement. You have a thigh swivel, which is dope. Double knee bend, very dope. You have this little swivel right here. And also, got some articulation forward and back right here on the foot. And of course, an ankle pivot, peg holes on the bottom of the feet. But even though his actual sculpt does look a little organic, other than that, he actually looks pretty good for the most part. The head, I think, looks nice for the Vision, kind of serious looking. Yeah, I just think it has a good shape to it and everything. Pretty clean paint for the most part. I like the choice of metallic paint. I think that was a good move, honestly. Metallic paint is known to scratch easier than other paints, but, you know, mine's looking fine right now. For now, anyways. But the metallic paint does make him look more mechanical. I like kind of the lines they have on him like that. See, they kind of look like panels almost. See what I'm talking about? They're real prominent on the legs there. Very cool, like the different shades of green. I always liked the Vision's color scheme. Yeah, really cool. The prototype had 2 fist hands. So it's just the same. And then the Spider-Man wall crawling hand, because, you know, you always see the Vision kind of like, wazah! But something about it feels a little off, but the more I mess around with it, the better off I am with it. Something just seems weird. I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it, so it's probably just a personal feeling. But yeah, so then we have the cape, which is just this plain yellow, no shading or anything. You can pop his head off to get that around, or you can just slip it over. It doesn't really matter. I guess it depends on how scared you are of the paint scratching. And then it pegs into his back here. Just push it down and it's kind of hard and it doesn't go all the way in, and if you do push it all the way in, it pulls the cape off his neck. So the cape sticks out far like this. I don't like that. I mean, kind of makes it easier from the stand because you can just put him back on the cape. You don't have to worry about him falling over as much. Like that. See, he looks fine. Push the legs back. You know, he looks totally fine standing like that. But the thing is, it's just weird. It takes up more shelf space, and it's just odd. It's just odd. It's just kind of odd, honestly. But yeah. Let's get into some size comparisons now that we've mostly talked all about this dude here. Now here's the Vision with some really cool Marvel Legends. These are all from his wave as well. Here on the left we have the Marvel Now Iron Man, and here on the right, Mark II War Machine from Age of Ultron. Yeah, so when you're getting your Age of Ultron team together, this is a good Vision to use because he's got a modern look and there's not a MCU Vision figure. If there was, though, I would get that, actually. I did like his look, to be totally honest. I liked how he looked. But, yeah, I think they scale fine together. The Bucky Cap mold usually scales pretty well with Marvel Legends, so he looks real good with these guys. Here's the two more Marvel Legends, also Hasbro, obviously. Here on the left, we have Spider-Man. You know, he's from the Phil Lurch Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure wave. And there are lots of other figures with that mold now, like Superior Venom and, excuse me, and Superior Venom, Spider-Man 2099 and stuff. So, you know, that's a mold that's used a lot now. And, you know, here on the right we have Blammo, the Iron Patriot figure from something back a bit more. Obviously, he's from the Iron Man 3 line. He's the comic series version, obviously. So, yeah, you're just going to scale fine with these. He's really just going to scale fine with Hasbro Marvel Legends in general, it seems like. And lastly, here's Vision with some Marvel figures from other companies. Here on the left, we have the Marvel Select Venom. And Venom has varied in size throughout the years, but this is kind of supposed to be standard Eddie Brock Venom. So he might be a little big. I guess you can work him, but still he might be a little big. Marvel Select figures are going to be too big for this Vision in general because they are a different scale. And here on the right we do have the Toy Biz Carnage. This is a Hasbro re-release, but still Toy Biz Carnage. And to be totally honest, I think that they're fine together. Lots of Toy Biz figures are going to fit in scale. Some are going to be a little weird though, because the bulk of Toy Biz figures is a lot different than kind of the bulk of Hasbro figures, even though they are the same scale, because they're obviously, you know, stylized differently, different companies and everything. But Hasbro has used several things from Toy Biz, you know, obviously. Bam. But, yeah, you know, I think you can work him with Toy Biz, but honestly, he's going to scale best with Hasbro Marvel Legends, especially the most recent ones. So to my final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Vision from the Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure wave. Well, he's very cool. Very glad I bought him. Honestly, when I'm messing around with him, it might be without cape. I guess I could try to heat the cape up and bend it down some, but at the same time, I'm too lazy to do that. Just kidding. I probably will try it. I don't have a hairdryer, though. I'll have to get a hairdryer. I have an old one somewhere. It's just not here in my apartment. For sure, it's not here in my apartment. But, yeah, you know, I think he's cool. I'm glad he has an open hand, even if something does feel off about it. I guess it's just because I think of it as a wall-crawling hand, and the thumb seems a little big compared to his other thumb. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being overly critical. All in all, I do think he's a good figure, but this wave so far just kind of seems to be, you know, not a bad wave at all. So far, I feel let down because my Iron Man's really cool, but one of his shoulder pads doesn't stay on. All his joints are really loose. And then my War Machine's really cool, but, his joints are all really tight and ratchety, so it's hard to get him in very specific poses. And then there's this guy whose cape is all weird and stuff like that. But he is really cool. All in all, 3 out of 5 stars. That's a good rating. If you want the Vision, if you like the Vision, get this figure. It's a cool figure. I don't regret buying it at all. I got him from Walgreens, which is really the only place I can find this wave, period, is at Walgreens. I saw a Doctor Strange too. He's still running Change of Doctor Strange, by the way. But couldn't afford the Doctor Strange, so I'm going to have to wait a while before I can get more figures from this wave, even though I really want to have this Hulkbuster. I deserve this Hulkbuster, you guys. I'm so close. I have 3 pieces right now. Gotta get a Blizzard for the upper half of the torso, Doctor Strange for another leg, and then if I want the arms, I gotta get Valkyrie and Thundra. I actually really do want that Thundra. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you all once again. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. 3 out of 5 stars, and I'll see you all later.